Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about the array operations in Java. So you all know that array is a continuous storage location which can contain similar type of elements. Now let us see in this video how to declare the array and some operations on array. So this is the basic syntax of array declaration. We have to declare the array syntax, data type, the square bracket, the array name. Now here the example is string dogs. So now here string is the data type and this square brackets represent the array and dog is the name of the arrays. Now let us see here this data type, this can be any Java object or primitive data type such as int, byte, char, boolean, etc. And now this array name is an identifier that helps to access the array. It is like a variable name. Now here an example is given. We are just assigning an value to the array elements. String brackets dog is the name of the array is equal to within the braces 4 different words are given. That means this array will contain 4 elements. The 4 types of dogs are given. Now since it is a string, it is given within the double quotes. You note this here. Since we are using the string, it is a collection of characters and that is enclosed within the double quotes. And now it is an integer array int mynum is the name of the array and contains 4 elements 5, 10, 15 and 20. So this has to be separated by a comma to say that it is the next element. So now here I have declared a string array called dogs and an integer array called mynum with having some elements. And now how to declare the array. Suppose if you want to declare any array without specifying the values, just you have to say the array type and then the array name. No need to give the values. That is the declaring an array. Now here double data means this will declare a array called data which contains the double, that is the floating values. Now let us see how to allocate the memory. Now there is a new is the operator that helps to allocate the memory space. And now I have just created an array called data which is of double data type. That means this will contain the floating point values with the decimal point values. And now data is equal to new double of 5. That means this statement will allocate 5 size of the double value. That means the double element will occupy some bytes of memory and then it will for the 5 elements. So if you give 5 means it will allocate the space necessary by the 5 floating point values using this new operator. Okay. Let us see how to initialize an array. You are declaring the array as integer. This one more example is given. Int age is equal to 25, 50, 23, 21. Separated by the commas. The values are separated by commas. And now we can also initialize the arrays using the index number like below. So how to declare the array? Int age is equal to new int of 5. So this is another method of declaring an array. I am creating an integer array and that contains 5 integer elements and the name of the array is age. How to initialize the array? We can give the values independently. For example, age of 0 is equal to 25. Then I can say age of 1 is equal to 50 and so on. So this way also we can allocate the value to the array elements. So this is one way allocating the values at a stretch continuously. Together we can declare, we can assign all the values of the variables. Otherwise we can assign one by one, like age of 0 is equal to 25, age of 1 is equal to 50. This way also we can allocate the values to the array elements. Now let us see how to access and change the elements of an array using a simple Java code. So just we are given a program class main public static void main string args, and then we are creating an array called dogs which has the 4 elements pitbull, poodle, lab and pug. These are all the name of the dogs. And then system.out.println before update plus. Actually this plus is the symbol which concatenates, which joins the 2 different values. Here this is a message called before update and this is the real value of the array element which is of the 0th index. Okay, so this is the old value. Now we can see the output before update pitbull. So here dogs of 0, 0 actually this is pitbull. We know that the array index starts with the 0 element. This is dogs of 0, dogs of 1, dogs of 2 and dogs of 3. Okay, and now if I use this print statement to print the values like before update, this is the message which is given within the double quotes, plus dogs of 0 is the index. 0 is the index, means it will print the 0th position value, which is here pitbull. So now the first output what we got is before update pitbull. Okay, now let me see the next one. Dogs of 0 is equal to terrier. Now we are going to change the value of one element. Okay, so that means we are assigning the value of this variable dogs of 0. That means that in the 0th index of this dogs array we are assigning a new value called terrier. That means we are changing the value of the first dog type. And then we are printing system.out.println after update plus. So always this plus is the joining operator between the previous and the consecutive one. So this will combine the message like after update. You can see the output here, after update and then terrier. So terrier is the new name which is changed instead of the old name pitbull. Now because this statement changes the values to terrier, now the message will be printed as after update terrier. Okay, so that's all, a simple code just to say how to access an independent element of an array and how to access or change the independent value of an array. So that is the simple example given. So to see as a whole this codes, just we are declaring an array called dog with 4 elements and we are printing the first element and we are changing the first element into some other element and we are just printing the newly changed element. That's all the simple code in Java. Now let us see how to loop through the array elements. We know that array consists of many elements. From the beginning to the end it has many elements. Now let us see how to loop through the array elements. That means how to access array elements using the looping statement. We are here using the for loop statement. So the code is class main public static void main string args create an array. We are creating an integer array int age is equal to 3278. And now how to loop through? Just we are printing in system.out.println using for loop. For int I is equal to 0, I less than age dot length. Here length is the method on the object age. What is age? Age is the object of the class which is the array, which is then integer. We are creating an integer array for the object. The object is age. Okay, and now we are applying the length function using the dot operator. We know this is a member access operator. We are applying the dot operator to get the method's length. So this will give the number of elements in the array. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the number of element in the array age. So this will give the value as I less than 4, I plus plus. What it will do? It will just print the message system.out.println age of 5. That means this for loop will loop through the array and print the value as 3, the first element, the 2, next element, 7, the next element, and finally the last element, 8. So that's all. We have closed all the braces over here. So this simple code, Java code, just to demonstrate how the for loop helps to loop through the array elements. And now let us see some more array operations one by one. So here int array is a method or it is an integer. We are just creating using the new operator. We are creating a new array of elements. Some elements int of 3, 5, 2. Some elements are given over here. And then int first item is equal to array of 0. We have seen the previous example, we are taking the index as the first element. So first item is array of 0, which is 3, because array index always start with the 0th index. Last item is equal to array of array dot length minus 1. We have seen array dot length is the number of elements of the array, minus 1 is the previous one, because if suppose if we are having here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The array's length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 elements in the array, but the index starts from 0 to 5. That is what here we are using this array dot length minus 1. So array dot length is 6, minus 1 is 5. So it will take the array of 5. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the array of 5 will fetch the last element, which is 4 in this example array. Next one, int any value. This function will take the any element from the given array. So array of new random dot next int array dot length. So actually what this line statement explains is array dot length is the length of the array, which is of 6. So in the array, using this random function, the next any element of this array will be fetched. That is the function of this statement. It will fetch any value randomly from the array elements. We have seen earlier about the random next int function, which generates any random number between some range from 0 to 100 or 0 to 1000, whatever the range we give. But here this random dot next int is the function or the method which fetches the element randomly from the declared array called array, because it is given as an array of, and the value is any value. Next one is int of new array is equal to array utils dot add array comma new item. So this is one of a class in array in Java utility which is called array utils. This array utils is the class and add is the function. We will see many classes here like array utils dot add, array utils dot insert and array utils dot is empty, array utils dot shuffle. These are all the methods that is applied in the array utils class, the object of the array utils class. And now here, how to get the new array? This array utils dot add will add new element to the given array. So array is the existing array, new item is the new item you want to add. Suppose if I want to add one more item here, some 16 or 15, now I have to say array utils dot add array comma 16 means this array already has some 6 elements, and using this statement I can add one more new element to the existing array. That is the function of the array utils dot add. And then integer larger array utils dot insert. Here this insert will insert any element defined in the position. Okay, so here this is the position of the array index and this is the array name, and what you want to insert is the value 77. So this insert is the function which helps to insert any value in the existing array in any position. That is the function of the insert method. That comes under the array utils. Next one, boolean or equal. Here what is boolean is like how we have int, char, double or float. Same way here we are having the data type called boolean. This boolean has the value either as 0 or 1. So here r equal is equal to arrays dot equals of array 1 comma array 2. This method will check whether array 1 is equal to array 2. If both are same, then it will give the value as true, which is 1. Yes or yes. Otherwise, if the two arrays are not equal, it will return the value as false or 0. Okay, so next one is boolean is empty is equal to array utils dot is empty. Here is empty is the method which checks whether the array is empty or not. If the array has no element, it is empty. So if that is the case, it will return the value as 1. So empty is 1 means there is nothing in the array. The array is empty. Suppose if the array has some element, it will give the value as 0 because it is not empty to say. So this boolean always has the value as 0 or 1, true or false. And the last example of this function here is array utils dot shuffle dot array. This method shuffle, as the name implies, will shuffle the order of the elements in the array. Suppose we have created an element of a set of elements in an array and I wanted to change the position of the elements inside the array. That's called shuffling. So that can be done by this method, array utils.shuffle of array. So that's all. These are the methods which will be helpful to access the elements of the array as we wish for the needed application. Hope it is easy to follow, and thanks for watching.